Inquisitor, the Argos are detecting significant hostile forces on this level. Are you absolutely sure you want to go in alone?
I cannot allow the Xenos to take the Alpha Pariah. Knowing what I do about her, it could have catastrophic consequences.
Mainframe, Inquisitor.
I want to see what these constructs have recorded since they woke up.
The Harbinger's fate resonates in the future. We're at the crossroads where oblivion looms close.
The one who sees his own doom can better avoid its path.
Spare me. She is dangerous. If we choose poorly, what if no whispering God can see us?
She is magnificent, isn't she? Like the death of a sun.
Her sheer existence fills me with revulsion. But still, she's just a monkey. A weapon waiting to be used.
Quite the contrary. She has finally taken the stage. Everything will unfold from here.
Then we should play our parts too. Warriors, proceed!
Analysis. The Alpha subject has been manifesting powers currently unlisted in the classified Psyker Index.
This must be another manifestation of the unique abilities I witnessed on Martyr. I must secure her immediately. Happens now.
This is Inquisitor Kramer, speaking on behalf of the Ordo Hereticus of the Holy Inquisition. We have received your code-red astropathic transmission, and our fleet is calculating arrival vector as we speak. Prepare to join our forces shortly.
Reinforcements are almost there. Why don't you just wait for them?
Are you
What in the name of the Emperor?
Stay away! Stay away! Inquisitor Crab. Inquisitor Crab. Inquisitor. Inquisitor.
Inquisitor, I have completed the preliminary tests on the samples from the Cascada Prime. The results are fascinating.
Fascinating has different meanings for each of us.
I will need more samples.
The area has been secured. Megos, I need your opinion on those unholy outbursts.
The growths on the cadavers look post-mortem. Probably organic viral transmitters. My theory is that the pustules are emitting gaseous pathogens to hasten up the spreading of the plague.
You have secured the first key location. A small victory, but a victory nonetheless. That's exactly what our soldiers need in this situation. Making progress, I see. That's the second location secured.
The plague is indeed the result of an artificially created mutagenic pathogen of Nurgle.
Only a very powerful entity of chaos is capable of creating something like that.
The analysis of the patterns verified my theory. The outbreak originated from a specific location in this lower hive.
Send me the coordinates. But first, we need to purge this area. This wretch was more than a simple drought. The entity that orchestrated this outbreak might still be on this world.
Perhaps you should...
You are doing the Emperor's work, Inquisitor.
Job ready.
Let's see what happens now. situation has been cleared. I will return to the ship before heading into the bowels of the city.
May I remind you that as long as the pathogen remains virulent in the host population, your achievement will be temporary. May I remind you that as long as the pathogen remains virulent in the host population, your achievement will be temporary.
We know that the time is... Your powers could... We know that the time is... Your powers could...
You are a...
I don't even know what I should do. Just do whatever you have already done several times when you tried to protect yourself. Regarding your uncertainties, I wonder why Uther Tiberius didn't train you properly. Uther was a genius, but also a terrible mentor. If it helped.
You know, Inquisitor, it was a bold choice to bring me here. Has it occurred to you that maybe you are the one who should be afraid of me?
Are you threatening me?
I'm just pointing out the fact that I have no control over my abilities. That's all.
It is time. Unleash your powers on the Horde.
Are you sure you want me to do this?
This is your destiny. This is what you are. Should you fail to comply, you will probably die.
It is too much. I don't know if I can control it. Yes, I can do this. Perish!
By the Emperor, her powers are definitely growing. She has no control over her abilities. Tech Priest, I need her back on the ship now. By the Emperor.
Experiencing recurring calibration problems. Warp anomalies combined with the subject's distortion field are hindering return teleportation.
This location is extremely unsafe for her.
Correct. Sensors indicate large hostile forces inbound.
I need the Space Marine down here. You can send him down here, right?
Correct.
It was wise of you to call me, Inquisitor. No one will withstand my righteous fury.
Try to keep your head clear, Thorn, and focus on the protection of the Alpha Pariah. Her survival is paramount.
Rest assured, not a single abomination will live long enough to get me.
Priest, why haven't you evacuated the Alpha Pariah yet?
Calibrating teleportarium sequences. Chance of failure calculated and acceptable. Suggestion. Nullify the source of Imperium fluctuations.
That was hardly a revelation. Find a solution.
Young woman really worth all this trouble? Not that I need any excuse to kill Phil. Just wondering.
She is an Imperial citizen, Thorn, and a very important one at that.
She is also a pariah. And I just can't help feeling instant, deep revulsion when I'm around her. Not to mention her natural powers.
She can destroy demons, Thorn. The galaxy is burning, and those powers are the most valuable assets we have ever had against the ruinous powers.
Calibration complete. Estimated chances of successful teleportation are currently at 95%.
And what happens to the Sergeant and the Alpha Pariah in the case of an unsuccessful teleport?
Their physical bodies will disintegrate. Regarding the spiritual component,
If we lose the Pariah due to a faulty teleport, there will be consequences. I wonder what this machine does. Defense mechanism activated. This is most...
Previous vile! Your existence is a curse upon this world!
You set me up in...
Inquisitor. Inquisitor.
beginning to appreciate the persistence of these Dark Elder. They give me ample opportunity to strike fear into their rotten hearts.
The Drakari breached Section Theta 7, so they will have to cut through here on their way to Provence.
Well, they can try. There is a maintenance hole ahead. We can take up defensive positions there.
I wonder what this machine does. This forming race has no place in our galaxy. Those were the homunculi. I wasn't expecting to see the Drakari marshal their most terrible abominations against us. They are insane flesh sculptures and depraved torturers, beasts most foul.
Filthy vermin that breaks through the doors.
Still need to prove yourself to your master with gifts.
Kazashtak is the most dreadful marauder in these systems, but he is not my master. He is a generous patron.
No pity, Inquisitor. The Xenos taint must be purified from this ship. Should
commands. That I appreciate your passion. Your precious torture. Prepare for your judgment. Tell me.
How did they know about the out? How did they know about the out? How did they know about the out?
As per your...
Inquisitor.
How can this
As per your...
Inquisitor.
How can this
As per your...
Captain, this world is fighting off an Eldar invasion. The epicenter of this incursion is the Holy Archives of the Inquisition. Inquisitor Martyr, as the appointed guardian, must be there.
Something is causing severe interference in the target zone. We are trying, but the Argos are not functioning.
Whatever is causing the interference must be deactivated first.
Electro-anomalies are emanating from an unidentified piece of Xenos technology, located in the wave circuit.
That must...
Inquisitor. How nice of you to join me in this scuffle.
You have a knack for sending intriguing emergency messages. Why did the Eldar attack an Inquisitorial archive?
The Eldari seem to be...
Tell me, how does an Ordo Xenos agent end up guarding the archives on a backwater world?
I'm supervising the rituals of preservation for classified data.
The Eldari are using their webway gate to move in their forces. The webway gate has been destroyed.
Oh, marvelous. No reinforcements for a while, then.
I have located... of use later.
I'm afraid I'm fresh out of Hammer's second cigars. But I have a new Aldari contingent moving in for all your entertainment needs.
These Eldar seem really persistent. It is time to combine our forces.
My thoughts exactly.
Operational.
That's a relief. Considering my history with the Conclave, I wouldn't want to have to explain the destruction of the data.
I'm still baffled as to why the Eldar dedicated such efforts to invading this place.
They must think that they'll find something here they can use to save their craft world. You must not forget that the Aldari are a dying race, clinging to every shred of hope.
You are demonstrating almost a...
I don't know about you, but I could do with a stiff drink right now.
You seem quite flamboyant for an agent of the Holy Orders.
What can I say? I have spent decades in disguise as the rogue trader captain of the good ship Stormskipper. And certain things will rub off.
Not exactly. Navigational skills.
Inquisitor, I wish to report for duty. We must defend the sacred archives from the Xenos scum.
Your primary objective hasn't changed, Sergeant. You must protect the Alpha Prime.
With all due respect, Inquisitor, I feel that we are wasting my potential here. But I will obey.
So this is their target. This data vault stores classified inquisitorial records. Judging by the classification entries, the dossier on the Martyr investigation could also be here.
The Eldar must have been trying to locate the Martyr.
I'd rather put it differently. They have been definitely after the Alpha Pariah.
It's possible. She could be the most potent tool for cleansing their infested craft world.
Absolutely. Before careful down there, Inquisitor. The world is crawling with tyrannids.
My main concern is not those Xenos, but another one in particular. Are you certain that the Harlequin will be here?
I am, as much as one can be, certain about Harlequins. But I know her, and I'm confident you'll meet her.
It is surprisingly quiet at the moment.
The Tyranids are hibernating, but trust me, you're alright.
Inquisitor Mercer, do you have any idea what the Harlequin is trying to achieve on an infested planet?
First of all, it used to be their world. I'd say the Eldar regard it as their world still. Harlequins are attracted to the sites of great tragedies.
What is so unique about this planet?
This used to be an Eldar...
I rarely say this, Inquisitor Mercer, but considering the fate of this world, I'm beginning to understand why you treat the Eldari as potential allies.
We fear the alien, and for a very good reason. But sometimes, you need to recognize that some of them are waging the same hopeless war for existence in a hostile galaxy that we are.
The Emperor's knight is found.
Inquisitor, I have troubling news. Judging by the Auger reconnaissance, the entire area is showing Tyranid activity on immense scale.
That might be problematic. It sounds like I have to face a Xenos army.
May I make a proposal?
Now I'm beginning to see why the threat of the isolated Tyranid diaspores led to the Adapters Mechanicus to auto-exterminators.
Yes, that was the sad fate of this maiden world.
The current situation proves, though, that even an exterminators might not be enough.
What is more disturbing?
We must...
What is more disturbing?
We must...
What is more disturbing?
I have good...
Another heroic... this unholy tide ever subside? The Wanderer is wading knee-deep in their corpses, and still they fight! I feel your frustration, pilot. I have fought the Tyranids only once. Rest assured, of all the filth in the galaxy, I hated those abominations the most fiercely. School. Abomination! With the blaze of my blessed weaponry, I will banish you! Inquisitor, the swarm is no more! The Crimson One! The Squire School. Inquisitor, may I remind you that you have only gained temporary respite by eliminating the synapse creature. The Tyranids are still unorganized, but soon another organism will replace the original synapse creature.
I have no time to lose then. I must locate that Eldari shrine immediately. Eldari mineral crystal, which has survived an exterminatus. I wonder what it could contain.
You are closing in on a shrine. The architectural components of the nearby ruins are consistent with our records on spiritual Aldari structures.
I'm convinced that it has become the lair of something much more materialistic.
The last act in this grand tragedy will soon unfold, human. Are you willing?
Are you willing to cooperate?
I've promised you.
I swear, that's the last time I deal with the Aldari.
The last act in this grand tragedy will soon unfold, human. Are you willing?
Are you willing to cooperate?
I've promised you.
I swear, that's the last time I deal with the Aldari. What do you make of...
Do you have...
What do you make of...
Do you have...
They had a chance to show penitence. Now they have left me no choice.
Be careful, Inquisitor. They have fortified their camp with advanced defense systems.
The Emperor's light. These rebels are surprisingly well equipped for a group of simple deserters. The contacts of Captain...
Another corpse!
These rebels keep dealing in all sorts of dubious activities.
The increasingly upsurges tore the sector apart for a very long time, fragmenting the largest Astral Militarum regiment into separated entities. Those who are weak of faith are falling into the abyss of foul treachery.
So tell...
And now comes the hard part. You will need to make these unworthy Imperial subjects reveal the location of the...
Be careful, Inquisitor. The Argus shows several patrols moving around in the target area. Keep your distance from those barrels. One careless shot and the whole area will go up in flames. Watch out, Inquisitor. Those towers will alert the nearby troops.
I wonder what this machine does. Next time I should act faster. Much faster.
Cogitator data is fragmented. Crypto-litanies are remarkably well-versed for those unskilled in the tech mysteries.
Can you decipher it?
A larger sample would exponentially lower the estimated time cost of the procedure.
So much for a surgical strike. I will clear the areas and access the other cogitators. The Emperor's alarm. An alarm signal. Really? Not too late. The alarm has probably alerted the hostiles in the vicinity. My ears are bleeding. I must stop this Emperor-forsaken noise. I wonder what this machine does. Teleport beacon in range. Some serious resistance. Not that I'm blaming. Signal. Really? You were too late. The soothing sound of silence. Did you
I'm Inquisitor
Change of plans in...
I'm Inquisitor
Change of plans in...
Tech Priest, I need some ideas. How can I find a secret hideout in a desolate void port?
But a decree of tech preservation guarantees the long-term maintenance of our sacred data vaults, even on worlds deemed temporarily uninhabitable.
If I understand you correctly, the cogitator network must be functioning, and it could provide clues about the area.
The assumption is correct.
Let's see what happens now. Is here. I'd rather have my tech priest dealing with this. I would rather have my tech priest dealing with this.
Reaching the data vault has failed. You need to power up the auxiliary mainframe.
Send me the coordinates to that mainframe. All this record, this is interesting. This retinue was working for a techno-archaeologist. It could be the savant we seek.
I presume the contingent was trying to eradicate the local Tyrannid threat.
Quite the contrary. They were trying to gain control of the Xenos population.
I keep an open mind, but even I find that idea hard to swallow. On another note, the data slate contains location tags for their home base.
Where is it?
We have no information as yet. The tech priest is working on it.
Your priority is still to access the auxiliary mainframe, Inquisitor.
I'm working on it, Tech Priest. In case you hadn't noticed, I've run into some...
Careful, Inquisitor. The Void Port defense systems have been activated.
That treacherous savant has control over the entire system. He's trying to stop me.
At least you don't need any more proof that you are on the right track.
Overheat. has found me. What are you doing here?
For your information, Inquisitor, I will record your combat for further analysis. First I found your intrusion bothersome, but I realize that your presence here grants me the opportunity to study the combat patterns of the Tyranids more thoroughly. You are doing the work of the Omnissiah.
Tyranids is approaching. Stay alert, Inquisitor.
I have spent decades working on my synaptic radio generator unit, but it was a failure. I set out to build a device that could control the Tyranids, and it was deemed impossible. But I can't give up on my vision yet.
Indicate another wave of Tyranids, Inquisitor.
The persistence of my misguided brother there is getting frustrating, Inquisitor. Just like your unwelcome visit. I know you want to judge me, but I seek to save the Imperium. These organisms pose a huge threat, but if we could find a way to control them one day, just think about the potential.
must reach the inner sanctum of this facility.
Considering the nature of the savant's experiments, I would be very grateful for some picked grabs if you find some of his devices.
I don't think this will be a peaceful stroll into his sanctum. I thought that the savant employed these treacherous rebels only for smuggling, but he has an entire cohort of them as a private army. That is interesting. Once a traitor.
I find your intrusion extremely inconvenient. I must warn you to leave immediately.
This is your last chance. I have faced numerous threats, but I didn't expect to find an Adaptus Mechanicus battle automator.
Destroying these ancient machines.
I understand you, Inquisitor. The thirst for knowledge is what is driving you into danger. You of all people can't blame me for craving knowledge. The long and arduous study of Xenos relics gave me extremely valuable notions about a machine that could turn the Xenos into useful weapons for the Imperium. I have failed to construct a functioning prototype, but I could be so close. Inquisitor, you are unstoppable. Look, I didn't want to resort to pleading. I've only been following orders from the upper echelons of Forge World's fuel.
That door is locked, but your Inquisitorial override codes will grant you access.
Prepare for your judgment. I have the information I've been looking for. I'll return to the ship now.
That door is locked, but your Inquisitorial override codes will grant you access.
Prepare for your judgment. I have the information I've been looking for. I'll return to the ship now. My priority is to find those Fabricatus ruins for the relic.
Scryer skull feed indicates that the coordinates received from the tech heretic
Logging new... These ancient structures indeed show some resemblance to many Necron ruins.
Our understanding of the Necron civilization is still lacking, despite our recent unfortunate contacts with them. Apologies, Inquisitor, but this is a fairly unsubstantiated claim.
Note, this is the typical short-sightedness of the biologically based Magos. Flesh is weak, but steel abides.
Steel is nothing without the motive force, and motive force resides in the flesh.
Coordinate.
The Elder are mobilizing surprisingly large forces down here.
May I propose something, Inquisitor? Turns out that those crafty Xenos have a webway portal in the area. They will not be back down until you cut off their reinforcements.
That is indeed true. I must destroy that webway portal first.
Spoken like a true warrior of the Imperium.
It seems that the Savant's expedition to this world encountered some Aldari resistance.
I beg to differ, Inquisitor. My tactical analysis indicates they were ambushed by the Xenos. A cowardly but effective tactic. This Savant risked a lot.
That's the webway.
May I propose something, Inquisitor? Turns out that those crafty Xenos have a webway portal in the area. They will not be back down until you cut off their reinforcements.
That is indeed true. I must destroy that webway portal first.
Spoken like a true warrior of the Imperium.
It seems that the Savant's expedition to this world encountered some Aldari resistance.
I beg to differ, Inquisitor. My tactical analysis indicates they were ambushed by the Xenos. A cowardly but effective tactic. This Savant risked a lot.
That's the webway.
May I propose something, Inquisitor? Turns out that those crafty Xenos have a webway portal in the area. They will not be back down until you cut off their reinforcements. Your directive is quite straightforward, pilot. You must destroy those Wraith Lords. That is all.
What a glorious day! I've never had the chance to match weapons with Eldari combat walkers!
Your arrogance will be your downfall. There are 3 of those Xenos Knights on the battlefield. I have a tactical update for you, pilot.
I am listening, dear sir.
The Wraith Lords seem to be currently on patrol duty, and their pathways cross several times. Plan your route carefully, otherwise you could stumble upon 2 of them simultaneously.
2 Eldari construct... Rejoice, friends! The nimble Wraith Lord has fallen!
It is too early to celebrate your victory, pilot. You still have 2 Eldar constructs to defeat.
Good sir, I'm beginning to find your dourness almost disheartening.
As it has been written, the steel giant tramples through the Garden of Bones.
Wait, what is this? Who are you, creature?
I weep and I mourn for the lithe dancer, even if I comprehended this had to happen.
Don't mind her annoying Xenos ways. She is...
Behold the
the might of the Crimson Wanderer!
Ambrose, the readings show abnormal excess of energy on the release pistons of your knight. Be more careful, please.
Fear not, dear lady. I promised to give back your precious scarf, didn't I? Even if it is my most prized possession.
Yes, you did. And I expect you to deliver my scarf in person, sir.
Enough of this nonsense. You are in battle, pilot, not in a ballroom.
Another star flickers and dies in the eternal night.
It was an admirable adversary, my lady.
Twins, both of them heroes, one of them dead, one alive, encased in wraithbone, now fading away.
Constructs are gone, and no... Constructs are gone, and no...
We have the up-to-date Arga information. The vicinity of the ruins is swarming with Tuathal Eldari.
At least the Crimson Wanderer took care of the potential reinforcements.
The Elder will pose a considerable threat. Have you thought about deploying Sir Caradoc again?
You are walking among the bleached bones of a civilization that dreamt about your prophecy eons ago. How does that feel?
Remarkable. What is more remarkable is that I still have no idea why you are assisting me at all.
Why do you care? I am nothing but a speck of dust in the terrible storm that will one day awaken a god.
If that was meant to reassure me, you have failed.
They were seekers of power and truth. So many of them came here, like insects drawn to the flame, only to end up as withered husks.
The remains of the Savant's expedition. But I am an Inquisitor. I will not fail.
You are not allowed to fail. Just yet. You have the living, breathing key to the prophecy.
signature located.
And how does that help me exactly?
The presence of an energy field, evidently generated by Xenos technology, must indicate the location of the relic you seek.
I must be on the right track then.
Can you feel it? Like a vast, terrible heart beating in anticipation. Your battle awaits.
You let me fight your own kind, but you refuse to participate.
I was not referring to that battle, though.
Serious, Inquisitor. I feel a resonance with this thing, but none of us know what will happen if I step closer.
I give you an artifact from the dawn of the universe, the key that might unlock your true potential, and suddenly you are afraid?
I was only making an observation in the light of my recent ordeals. I hope you don't expect me to apologize.
My expectations are irrelevant. My orders matter, however.
If this is indeed my legacy, you can expect a heartfelt apology from me.
We will discuss your impertinence later. Now proceed.
Are you serious, Inquisitor? I feel the resonance.
Bravo! What a fabulous performance. Inquisitor, my only remaining part in this play is to take the Alpha Pariah with me and let the curtain fall.
I knew that I couldn't trust you. You have manipulated me, Eldar.
I have merely woven all the threads together, twinning the fate of the Tauthal Eldari and yourself, Inquisitor, until you all made this moment happen together.
I have warned you once. Playing games with an Inquisitor is dangerous. Even for your kind.
This is not a game, human. The Anathema Ultima must be adorned with the crown of emptiness. Only then will she enter the Immaterium to fulfill a destiny both frightening and majestic.
I suspect that you have other plans for her.
The Anathema Ultima is the brightest glimmer of hope for us. For the Inari, this is inevitable.
I couldn't trust you. You have manipulated me.
Vесь!
I was expecting... Playing games with an Inquisitor is dangerous. Even for your kind.
The Anathema Ultima must be adorned with the crown of emptiness. Only then will she enter the Immaterium to fulfill a destiny both frightening and majestic.
I suspect that you have other plans for her.
The Anathema Ultima is the
It is most
hope for us. For the Inari, this is inevitable.
Vесь!
I was expecting...
It is most
come to this. We are in the tainted fortress of the primogenitor that even his own traitorous brothers despise and fear. That's what I was expected to say, right?
I find your increasing cynicism slightly troubling. The Plague Marines are Bial's personal guards. Someone who's trying to make our mission either easier or even more complicated. The Drakari? Here?
Was right.
I understand now. The Drakari only attacked Bial's fortress because they were certain that you would be there.
Uther expected that. He always thought that the Eldari factions would be after me. It was one of the many reasons he kept me on a ship monastery.
They were following Bial's steps all the...
How are you faring down there, Inquisitor?
There have been some developments, like the Drakari marauders and Bial's scum killing each other without mercy.
And there goes the last trace of my guilt for being on...
For a while I suspected that the Dark Eldar were working for Bial, but that is not the case.
Obviously not. The Dark Eldar will never bow their heads before anyone else, no matter how powerful.
The Emperor's lance is found.
Inquisitor, do you feel a constant, horrible sensation? Like walking in the nightmare of an insane mind?
The proximity of Dark Nexus plays tricks on reality. And by the way, that was a very poetic observation.
If you spend your waking hours in laboratories and meditation chambers, books become your best friends. No, Uther was not entirely a monster. Still, I wish I could have faced him like I will face Biles.
Hopefully that was the last of the Drakari raiding party.
Can we finally move along and kill that wretched Fabius Bile? Fate awaits.
Not before we purge this entire area. I don't want any surprises later.
It will be my pleasure.
I once proudly legitimate sadistic mongrels. Massa, you might be surprised to hear that the Drakari are following this whispering god. That puts them in the same league as your treacherous Harlequin friend.
First, she was only a loose acquaintance. Secondly, such cooperation is not unheard of, although it is a fairly recent occurrence. Various Eldar and Dark Eldar groups are combining their forces to join that mysterious cult.
I find this development most troubling.
Says the Inquisitor who's on his way to fulfill an ancient prophecy.
The Emperor's lance is found.
What are we waiting for then? I have a destiny to fulfill, remember?
Patience. We need to regroup on the ship. Then we can storm Bile's inner sanctum. Are you ready? destiny to fulfill, remember? Patience. We need to regroup on the ship. Then we can storm Vile's inner sanctum. We are in Vile's laboratory, the pulsing black heart of this accursed labyrinth.
Let's end this. Kill Fabius Vile so I can enter the great beyond.
Your task is to close the Dark Nexus, nothing else. Tiberius wanted to send her against the warp. You wanted to use her to destroy the Imperium of Man.
Like all my other selves roaming this dying galaxy, I have exercised my genius to make my name immortal. If I can cause the fall of your corpse, Emperor, it will be a charming addition.
Your end is nigh.
A force to manipulate, to rule. The Immaterium was an end worth pursuing. One day, even the so-called ruinous powers will bow before the new men.
Blasphemy.
You have betrayed everything! The dark gods! Perish!
If anyone can hear me, this is my farewell. I am the Alpha Pariah. I am the Anathema Ultima. I am on the Martyr, flying into the Dark Nexus. I can feel the surge of endless possibilities. Uther was right. The Immaterium must be reshaped, ruled. There is no other way to survive the dark times. I am ready.
Sensor readings confirm that the Dark